Alright, y'all. Go ahead and do another video on Hotshot Trucking. Those of y'all don't know, my name is Anthony, and I am one of the owners and founders of Old Schooner Transport out of Biloxi, Mississippi. And as I'm sitting here driving across eastern Colorado, very beautiful. First thing I want to say is, before y'all say anything about, oh, well, you're taking videos while you're driving, I have it velcroed to the dash. It is safe, hands-free. Damn, when I did that, I realized how dirty my hands were. I've been working on my truck a little bit today. So, some of the things I want to talk about as far as life on the road. Now, I've been out here, I would say I have been on the road the better part of, on and off 15 years. And I've seen a lot of changes on the road. There's one thing that I have seen that has changed that shouldn't have. Drivers used to stick together. Drivers are, whether we want to admit it or not, we're all in this together. We're all out here to do a job. And, I'm a member of several Facebook groups: Truckers Wall of Shame, Twisted Truckers, let's see, some of the other ones I've seen out there: Swift Best in Crash. We all know Swift Transport sucks. Okay? We know that if it wasn't for self-insurance, they wouldn't be in business. We all know this. Sadly, here they are. But it doesn't matter. Grand scheme of things, it doesn't matter if somebody drives for Swift, Werner, Covenant, J.B. Hunt, Schneider, Rowan, R.E. Garrison. It doesn't matter who somebody drives for. CRST, U.S. Express, Western Express. It doesn't matter who they drive for. Sorry if the camera's shaking. Kind of going over some bad road here. But it doesn't matter who you drive for. Or if you're like me, you're an owner-operator, independent, running under somebody else's authority, which is exactly what Old Schooner Transport is for now. The best thing that I can tell you to do is, you see a driver needing some help, help them. I spent last night at the TA in Wheat Ridge, Colorado, right outside Denver. It's a suburb of Denver. And that's usually my stop. That's usually when I'm in Denver, that's where I'll go. I go there because it's got a sit-down restaurant. And to be honest with you, I haven't had a sit-down meal in quite a while, because I've been out here on the road. I did last night. I sat down and I got me a T-bone steak, got me some mashed taters, gravy, corn. I sat down And I didn't get anything to go. I sat down at that table, at what I call the bullshitter's table, which is the big long table that truck stops used to have, that you don't see very much of anymore. That's where I sat down. And I didn't move until I was done eating, and I needed to do that. While I'm there, I'm talking with a couple of drivers. Well, this morning, I went in there to go get me a light breakfast. While I'm in there, I'm talking to a driver who just said that, hey, what do you know about I-70 being closed west of Denver? Well, I-70 is closed because they've had a lot of heavy rains, and the risk of landslides are, pretty extreme out there. I-70 west of Denver to Grand Junction. Goes through mountains. Goes through some of the highest in the Rocky Mountains. Goes through Vail. We all know what Vail, Colorado is. It's a big ski resort. So, when they shut down the interstate, they had a detour for you to take, which is 2-lane roads, and it's still, got a lot of mountain switchbacks on it. Still deep in the mountains. Well, this one guy, he was trying to get to Southern California, and I don't think he was a CDL driver. I think he was maybe in an RV or something. I directed him. I said, well, if I was you, I would go down to Albuquerque and stay on I-25 south, go to Albuquerque, and then run 40 across, going to Southern California. Just because I'm unfamiliar with the mountain switchbacks. I don't come out west that often. I like to come out west, don't get me wrong. I don't like to stay out here, but I do enjoy coming out west. It's a nice change. Mainly, I'm, Gulf Coast, Southeast, East Coast, and Northeast. Most of the time, that I've drove for Hotshot 107, which is who I'm contracted to, they've kept me really east of I-35. Dallas, Oklahoma City, Wichita. Now, that's all I-35. They've kept me usually east of there. I've come out west for them, but it's, I spend more time on the East Coast. Well, there was this brand new driver, female. I would say she is in her, looking at her and judging her, I would say she's probably in her early to mid-20s. It was her and her girlfriend. Nice people. Real nice people. Both of them were very nice. Very, very respectful. Very professional. And I can see that she will have a long career in the trucking industry. She's got the drive to learn. She's got the passion for doing it right. And she understands how hard she worked to get to where she's at. And she takes pride in it. I don't see a whole lot of that out on the road these days, so it was very refreshing. She was trying to get to Salt Lake City, and she was thinking that she could take 70 and then go down and go to I-15 and run up north. And I said, well, you ain't going to do that today. You're not taking 70. It's closed. I said, but let me help you out here. I said, you just start driving. She goes, yeah. I said, okay. I said, do you by chance have a CB in your truck? She said, no. Hooked her up with a CB. said, "You have a trucker GPS? Does May Trucking provide you with it?" And she goes, "I bought one." I go, "Okay, that's good. As long as it's a trucker GPS, we're good. Don't use your smartphone, it'll get you in trouble." "Do you have a motor carrier?" I know some people just went, "Well, if you got a GPS, what do you need with a motor carrier?" Get a motor carrier. It's $40 worth its weight in gold. Even an old one still's got a lot of good information in it. So I told her, I said, "Well, take the northern route. Go up 25. Go to Cheyenne, Wyoming. Cut across on 80 and dump you right off in Salt Lake." Me and her and her girlfriend spent time sitting there talking for a good few minutes. And then both of us, we had to leave. Gave her my phone number, told her, "Hey, look, if you got any questions, feel free to call me." That's drivers sticking together. I'm gonna tell you this part that I'm gonna say right here is for you super truckers. Oh yeah, I'm gonna talk about you. You super truckers. There ain't nobody on this earth that was born coming out their mama's birth canal knowing how to drive a truck. I don't give a shit how long you've been out here. I don't care how long you've been doing this. I don't care how many miles that you drove safely without an incident. I don't care. It matters none to me. None. Zero. Somebody taught you how to drive this truck. You didn't jump in it. You did not jump in your P379 or your Kenworth W9, grab a 13 on a stick, couple it to a 53-foot trailer, and start shagging ass down the road on your own. Somebody taught you how to do that. And if you tell me, "Oh, I'm self-taught," you're full of shit. I will tell you, you are absolutely 100% full of shit. Somebody taught me how to drive. That man's name was John Roundtree. I haven't talked to him in years. That was my trainer with Covenant Transport in 2006 when I was 21 years old and I come out here. That's the man taught me how to drive. I'll never forget his name. That man was probably in his late 50s, early 60s, and I was 21. His method to teach me how to drive, he went back there in the sleeper, went to sleep, beat on the curtain if you need me. Don't do nothing stupid. And there was times I had to beat on that curtain. "Hey, John, I need you." "What do you need, boy?" Oh yeah, I remember his voice clearly. "What do you want, boy?" Oh yeah. But the man taught me how to drive. He helped me through whenever I needed something, whenever I had a problem. You've got to know what you're doing out here. And not only that, everybody else on the road's got to know what they're doing out here. Well, from what I understand from May Trucking, they don't put people with a trainer anymore. That scares the shit out of me. That scares me. I knew Trans Am was doing that. I didn't know May was doing it too. And I'm sure there are other companies that are doing that I don't know. But you can't expect somebody coming out like that to know what they're supposed to do if you don't teach them. You see a rookie driver backing into a truck stop. They're not doing it right. Get out. Help them. Don't just get on there whining, hollering, blowing your air horn like an arrogant ass because they're fixing to run over your hood of your Peterbilt. I know we take pride in our trucks. I take pride in my truck. I like my truck. Spending a lot of money on this truck. But you've got to understand, somebody else may need your help. You've got to know how to help them. That's our job collectively. You've been out here 20, 30, 40 years, good. Help somebody. Somebody helped you. I guarantee it. I put money on it. I'll put a lot of money on it. If you weren't born knowing how to drive a truck. Somebody took time out of their busy day, whether they were paid to or not, taught you how to drive that truck. Don't act like you're God's gift to truck driving. You're not. None of us are. Help your fellow drivers. Us hotshot, flatbed people. You see somebody out there and something just don't look right on their trailer, offer them some assistance. You ain't got to walk up to them, that ain't done right. No, don't do that. Hey, man, I'd be careful about the way you got that strapped down or chained down or tarped down. Can I help you out with it? A lot of new drivers are scared to ask for help. They think they got something to prove out here. If you are a new driver, I'm going to tell you, you've got nothing to prove to me. Except that you can be safe and get it down the road. You can be safe, please be safe. If you can't be safe, you got a problem. That's a good sound right there. Green light on the pre-pass. I love it. I make mistakes every day, I'm not going to lie. Every day I make mistakes out here. Every day you do too. Somewhere. None of us are born to it. The trick is you got to know how to deal with it. You got to know how to fix it. Y'all be safe. Take care of each other. All you got is your brother or sister on the road with you. We're all miles away from their family. We're all miles away from our family. My friends and family's in Mississippi. I'm in Kansas right now. I just hit the state line. That driver that I met this morning was from Arizona. Met her in Denver. That other driver, he's from California. We're all out here to do a job. Be safe.